What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and today is Fantasy Wednesday. This is a new edition of Counterpunch Boxing News, and I'm going to pick two fighters, one from the past, one present, or, both from the past, but to see, who would win between a particular fight, and who would win between these two warriors, and then let's pick two guys, okay? Let's pick a guy from the present. Sure, Soul Canelo Alvarez, good fighter, one of the best fighters, got a huge fan base, all that good stuff. And how about a fighter that's around the same weight class, Sergio Martinez of Argentina, right? The once unified 160-pound champion, along with the 154 light middleweight champion. If these guys were to fight, if you put these two guys in the ring, I mean, Martinez as a prime Martinez, not the Martinez the one Cotto fought. I'm talking about the one that Williams fought, that Kelly Pavlik fought. Those guys, that particular guy. Okay. So if these two guys got into the ring, man, who would win between a fight? Who would win that bout? Strengths and weaknesses. Canelo, punch variety, punching power, good chin, never been down. Disadvantages. He moves his upper body well, but he has problems moving foot-wise. He has bad footwork. He doesn't. Well, let's put it this way: he doesn't have the best footwork. He's had stamina issues. He's not the fastest fighter, but he's far from the slowest, so that's not a disadvantage. Let's look at Martinez. Advantages: speed, style, punch variety, punch and power, footwork. Experience, ring IQ. The guy is he has a lot of advantages, but if these guys fought, that fight would have to be, the only way I see Canelo win is by knockout or hurting Martinez early in that bout by countering, because he's not going to beat Martinez off speed. Martinez is going to gain a quick lead if Canelo sits back and waits for Martinez to make a mistake, because all Martinez is going to do is pop shot all night. He's going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4, roll out. 1, 2, 3, 4, roll out. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to attack and turn Canelo all night. If Canelo can't get the jump on him, that's good. That's just it. Because Canelo has problems with that boxers that like to move. Ask Mayweather. Ask Lara. Ask Trout in some of that bout, But that would be the only way that I see that fight happening, because that's the only reason he beat Trout. I mean, to me, my opinion, he beat Trout because he got the knockdown. He hurt Trout. But all of those other two fighters, he clearly lost to me. But Martinez is a good boxer also, and he can move, and he is a southpaw like Lara. Lara and Martinez have a common opponent, which is Paul Williams. And I feel both of them clearly beat Paul Williams. I think Paul Williams was actually, the first fight was close, but he was definitely knocked out the second fight by Martinez and just beat and outboxed all night by Lara. However, Lara doesn't have the punching power near to Martinez, because the punching power that Lara landed on Paul Williams should have got Paul Williams out at least right 7th or 8th round. But Martinez only took him 2 rounds. Okay, so the punching power definitely is an advantage. And if, again, it goes back to, if Canelo can't hurt Martinez early, Martinez is going to attack. And he's not going to have any respect for Canelo. And if he can hit Canelo without Canelo retaliating with those counter punches that he has, Canelo's going to be in trouble. And he's going to be in the type of trouble that he's never faced before, because Canelo's never been in the ring with a fighter like Martinez. You know, someone slick that can box and punch and move? No. I'd seriously doubt it. He'd get picked apart from rounds 1 on through that bout. You know, the good thing about it, he could take that punching. The bad news about it, he would have to take that punching. That punching punishment. That's what he would take. You know, but the good thing about Martinez is when he starts landing, he will get cocky. When he gets cocky, he gets vulnerable. He drops his hands. He showboats. You know what I mean? He does the Sugar Ray Leonard, you know? And when that happens, that can leave openings open for Canelo Alvarez. Not saying Canelo Alvarez is an inexperienced fighter, because he is. You know, he's going to take his spots. So if he can land that right hand, which is that premier punch, that ideal punch for a traditional fighter to fight a southpaw, he would have to make that count, you know. But one thing I learned about Canelo Alvarez, what he's learned to do against boxers, like he did in the Lara fight, he's learned to work the body. So if he decides, if he can't answer, and a lot of his attempts of attacking Martinez upstairs is not successful, what he's going to do, he's going to work the body, because he's going to get frustrated and say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to work the body now. You know, I'm going to start putting, you know, making these deposits in the bank, you know, putting interest in the bank, you know, what they call it. So that fight would be, you know, and then that's where Canelo could possibly score a punch to the body, because setting up punches, you know, a punch to the head, setting up punches to the body. So the fight would still be good, because I don't just see him running over Canelo, but he would outbox Canelo, you know, and if Canelo can't knock him out, he would get outboxed, because I don't see Canelo adjusting to a person like that, because Canelo's problem is he's not a typical Mexican, so he's not gonna cut off the ring. You know, he has problem with movers, you know, and in his type of problems that he has, he can't move with a boxer. You know, he has to pretty much he has to set to be punched on, you know, on average. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the type of fighter that is like an Angulo, that Chavez Sr., you know, a type of fighter that will work the body, or Golovkin. He's not that type of dude. He's not the kind of Mexican that's going to work for every punch. He's not going to do that. He's going to try to box with a boxer, and that will be a mistake. You know, he did that against Mayweather, and Mayweather showed him he's the better boxer. He did that with Lara. Lara showed him the better boxer. The only adjustment he did with Lara, again, he went to the body, and he started putting deposits downstairs, you know, putting interest in the bank, okay? So if he starts doing that with Sergio, that could, you know, create some openings, because then he would start attacking, you know. But for the most part, that particular fight would be fought in the middle of the ring. It would. And I see Martinez with the punching power. Just really, I don't know if he could knock out Canelo. I really don't. I couldn't say that, honestly. You know, I don't see that if they fought. But it depends, because, again, Martinez punches a lot harder than Lara, you know. So it could, you know, anything's possible in the boxing ring. But definitely on Canelo's end, he would have to win by a knockout, or a really crooked judge. But anyway, that's my take on it. You know, you guys leave your comments, concerns, and, you know, tell me what you think. So anyway, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and this is the fantasy matchup. You've been counterpunched. Peace.